All right, Whitlock, you going to blame Popovich as you should or just defend him?
I'm not going to defend Popovich, but I'm not going to blame him when LaMarcus Aldridge is getting paid $20 million and has gone MIA. I'm embarrassed to admit this. There was a time, I think 2 years ago, when I thought LaMarcus Aldridge was the third best player in the league. I absolutely loved his game. This guy last night was turning down wide open looks. His confidence completely stolen, a shell of himself mentally. And I think he's lost his legs. And so he's supposed to be Robin to Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, but who chose him? By the way, this is the same guy, Popovich, who initially on the three ball was reluctant. This is the guy that has, unlike Belichick, who doesn't fall in love with players. He falls in like with athletes.
Unlike he's the Bill Belichick of the NBA.
Belichick constantly evolves.
So does Pop.
And they're the Patriots of the NBA.
Exactly.
Tony Parker. Belichick would have moved off him 2 years ago. Manu, this team is old. The best three-point shooter is Pau Gasol.
But you can only have so much wiggle room when you go out and you sign LaMarcus Aldridge as a free agent. You pay Kawhi the max. I mean, they would love to get another starter at point guard but Tony Parker, but they can't. I can't blame it. And as far as evolving, that's all Pop has done. That's why I think he's arguably the best coach in NBA history. With Duncan and Robinson, it was inside-out, Twin Towers defense. When Duncan got older, it became Tony Parker pick and roll. We're more offensive-oriented. Then he adjusted to the three-pointer when they beat Miami in 2014. Now he's ISO with Kawhi and Aldridge. I mean, now you see him actually 4 down or high pick and roll with Kawhi because nobody else is giving him anything. Like, he adjusts more than any coach.
This is an old, decrepit roster.
And exactly, and he's got them 61 wins.
And they looked old. They did look old, but you can't blame Popovich for 14 points between 3 guys at your 4 position. David Lee, Paul Gasol, and LaMarcus Aldridge. You only get 14 points out there. I don't care what you're going to lose them games. They're playing heavy minutes. You need more production out of all 3 of them guys. They don't have rim protection. He's not out there trying to protect the rim. He's not out there late on rotations. He's not out there not showing on pick and rolls. He's not out there not running guys off a three-point line. It's not his fault. All he can do is give them a game plan and say, go execute it. They did not execute the game plan.
Okay, no titles before Duncan. Now they look old.
Well, he only coached 1 year before Duncan. I mean,
by the way,
David Robinson was hurt.
Right. It is like Duncan sort of fell into his lap.
No question. But who won without great?
But first of all, when Tim Duncan came into the league, did anybody think, hey, this is going to be one of the 10 greatest players of all time?
They knew he was going to be.
No.
They knew he was going to be a Hall of Famer.
When Kawhi Leonard shows up, did anybody think, oh, this is going to be one of the 3?
No.
This guy maxes out his players, man.
I think he's.
Tim Duncan.
Are you saying he's overrated, Pop?
A little bit.
Hey, when he doesn't like somebody, he just lets them have it. When he likes them, he loves them. There's no in between. He either loves you or hates you.
I'm not saying.
Now that Westbrook is gone, you had to pick somebody else.
Right, you had to find somebody.
I'm not saying I don't like him, but I'm saying it's almost like the Colts and Andrew Luck. Yet nobody disputed Duncan was going to be a all-star. He was a dominant player.
There's nobody in this world.
Had Jordan, Kobe, Shaq.
Phil Jackson won
Nobody thought Kawhi was going to be what he was. No, Duncan came out.
They were the greatest ever.
He was going to be that. Duncan was that man when he came out. Everybody knew that this guy was going to be a Hall of Famer. They was like, this is a potential Hall of Famer right here when he came out. But not Kawhi.
By the way, Popovich has one title in 10 years.
But Belichick was there before last year. He had only won 1 in 10 years. But both of them are there every year.
I know
what it is. I know what it is. You don't like Pop for his interviews on the sideline. He doesn't give us any love, right?
No, I've experienced that, so I'm with you on that.
That's what it is.
He's a jerk, just like Belichick. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But Belichick moves off personnel quickly.
It's easier to move off personnel in the NFL. Yeah. They don't have guaranteed contracts.
Exactly.
If Popovich had that, and they got all the revenue sharing, and they live in Boston, this guy's operating in a small market in San Antonio and has built a dynasty and maxed out Kawhi Leonard. And again,
by the way,
I thought Duncan was going to be good, but I didn't think 5 titles.
Okay, by the way, Golden State's 4 stars are all 26, 27, 28 in their prime. This is over. There's no more titles for Pop. You're not winning with Kawhi Leonard against that Warrior team. And I think Houston and Minnesota, I'm telling you, we look at Pop.
Don't
Duncan
underestimate
leaving.
R.C. Buford.
No, I think
Let me say this. If all he does is win 5 titles, oh, my God, what a failure he is.